What's good, everyone? What's good? This your boy JTL back with another one opposite from the norm. Okay, so first of all, I want to say shout out to the Lapeef Facebook community. I be watching this show on YouTube, and I got signed up, having great conversation with some people. A couple of people that actually be on the show, like they responded to me, right? So I seen this one brother talking about the great things about conservatives. So I came back and was like, I'm sorry, but I get what you're saying about the Democrats, but both parties are historically racist, and both of them used us. Both of them was against us. They used us. I also brought up about how Thomas Jefferson's involvement in the Democratic Republican Party, because that was first. You had Federalists, if I'm not mistaken, which George Washington and other people started. Then that faded out, and the Democratic Republican Party started kicking tail. They started kicking ass, and that became the shit. And then they dismantled and became separate, Democrats, Republicans. I brought that up. I brought how after Lincoln freed the slaves, he didn't give a damn about us anymore. He told us to haul ass. So I brought that up and other things, and the brother's like, I ain't gonna argue with somebody who don't know what they're talking about. So I'm like, why do you conservatives do that? So I'm gonna have on the screen, I'm talking now, but you should be able to see this on the screen. I'm gonna screenshot. Now this is from Wikipedia, but you can find other stuff from the History Channel, whatever you want to find that's gonna give you the truth about all of this. But I'm just gonna have this on the screen, then y'all can look up whatever you want to look up. Just to give you an outline of where you can start at, right? Okay, so the Republican Party emerged in 1854 to combat the Kansas-Nebraska Act and the expansion of slavery into American territories. The early Republican Party consisted of Northern Protestants, factory workers, professionals, businessmen, prosperous farmers, and after 1866, former black slaves. The party had very little support from white Southerners at the time, who predominantly backed the Democratic Party in the solid South, and from Catholics, who made up of a majority Democratic voting bloc. While both parties adopted pro-business policies in the 19th century, the early GOP was distinguished by support for the national banking system, the gold standard, railroads, and high tariffs. The party opposed the expansion of slavery before 1861 and led the fight to destroy the Confederate States of America. While the Republican Party had almost no presence in the southern United States at its inception, it was very successful in the northern United States, where by 1858 it had enlisted former Whigs, which was another party, and it ended up being more Republicans, and former free soul Democrats to form majorities in nearly every northern state. So, by what this says and other things that I've seen online, black people didn't become Republicans until after slavery was abolished, 1866. That's what I told the brother on there. And I noticed every time Republicans, and I got one Republican that be stalking me and my partner page, and he might say something or make a video, but he too much of a coward to debate me on that, which is most conservatives. They ain't gonna debate you unless they can make you look bad. And then when you bring the real facts and break down what they saying, they ain't got nothing to say. So every time I bring facts, they'll tell me brain facts. I bring facts, and they say you wrong, and that's it. Say the same thing about Democrats, and they do the same thing. But I'm sorry to tell y'all, stop listening to famous black people who say ignorant stuff, and you don't double check, fact check, and research. I keep hearing black people saying black people started the Republican Party. We did not start the Republican Party. The Republican Party started about 40 years before we were even out of slavery. We did not start the Republican Party. I repeat, We didn't. Stop believing what everybody is telling you. They don't know what they're talking about. Everybody keeps saying these whole parroted statements and stuff, and they don't know what they're talking about. They're not looking into it. We got to look into stuff, and we got to research stuff. Matter of fact, fuck both of those parties, Democrats and Republicans. Start your own party. That's what I try to tell the brother, and he didn't want to listen. This is conservative ignorance at its best. I said, fuck both those parties. They both historically racist. Lincoln might have freed his slaves, but it was when they wanted to bring in the industry to do manufacturing, warehousing, and all of that stuff. They just didn't want to try to branch it out, and then people getting slaves for so cheap. You buying a person for like a penny or two versus spending more money on factory work and the workers and union workers and all of that. Started in the South, the Midwest actually. So people keep saying the same thing. We got to start doing our own research. All right. I'm giving you an outline of where you can start at. Start from that research and find more. Dig deep into it even more so you can see what the truth is. Black people did not start that shit. We are still captured and in this country. Until your mind gets free from what it actually happened, so you can know where you're going to go in your future, you got to know your history. All right? This your boy JT, opposite from the norm. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'm going to be back with more. Believe that. Chill.